Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. Cheers. One day I'll say cheers and there'll be an actual alcoholic beverage in my hand rather than a coffee. But this morning definitely need the coffee. How is everyone today? Yay! Stream day. Yay! No sleep. Yay! Sorry. Got that out of my system. Why is my camera looking a bit jittery? I don't know. Why am I looking so dark? Why am I even looking at myself? I don't know. Anyway, they're all answers to questions. No, they're questions with answers. I don't know. Whatever. Let's move on. Am I any better, says Cable Tie. I am better. I'm on the mend, but you can hear I'm still quite sick. I'm over the worst part of it, thankfully. That was Sunday night and Monday was the absolute worst of it, like really bad. It turned into a massive sinus infection, like with fever and everything. Like it was bad, but all good now. So yeah, just a stuffy head, and I've got my box of tissues just in case I need, and I've got one throat lozenge left. So a warning to everyone: if you see me quickly turn around and I can't get the mute in time, I apologise. You can't fix anything by switching to Chrome. So that is like the oxymoron, although they're not words, but as in not to, whatever, you know what I mean. That is just ridiculous. Yeah, it could be snot cam. I'm just warning you all now. For those that don't know, that didn't catch my impromptu stream the other day, I thought I had avoided the sick. Like I only got a little bit of a cold and was getting better, but then it full on. And I've been sick as a dog, like really bad. Like I actually took like a day and a half off work. Like I was in bed for a day, like that. I never do that. No matter how sick I am, I never do that unless I'm really on the edge. No, it's the same glass. It's probably just clean. Yeah, we've got vaporizers here. I did steam and like that mentholy stuff, whatever. It doesn't really help me with a sinus infection. Like, yeah, I get sinus infections a couple of times a year. I've had surgery to increase my nasal passages. I've done the steroid stuff and everything else with it. The bottom line is it's reduced the duration I'm sick for, from it used to be like 10 days to now like 3 or 4, which is great, but it hasn't got rid of them. And yeah, anyway. Newer hand. What? I think Braden's become obsessed with the coffee glasses. No, they're newer than the 2019. I've been using these for over a year already. Food quality hydrogen peroxide. Isn't that what you put in your hair to make your hair go white? I don't know. So, yeah, I'm gonna, as I said, apologise if I start coughing. I woke up Yaz during the night I had a massive coughing fit, and poor Yaz. Oh well. Here we have a water advisory. It turns out there are particles in our water due to excessive runoff due to heat. So we're supposed to filter. Maybe it works. Or buy water. Filtering, I don't know about in your case, but like filtered water, it works. Just really expensive to filter your own water. Like those filtering things that you get. Wow, that's a money-making business, let me tell you. Yeah, it's pretty sad, Mako. Like, that's really funny. I gotta say, it's a funny story. It's not funny. Yes, like, Queensland or Brisbane, I don't know. A lot of Australia's in lockdown now, where Victoria's coming out of lockdown. Yeah. Thanks, Falknology. Thanks. Okay, I'm going to quickly say hi to everyone before the numbers get to 100. Henry, good morning. Mako, hi. Tishipu, Larry, hello, if you're still around. Victor Dart, hello. Has he done it wrong yet? Soon, very soon. Jay, good morning. Cable Tie, hello. Yeah, you're up early, Cable Tie. Wow. Johnny, how Johnny is here. Yeah, Photochromax, hello. Jonathan in London. Is Jonathan actually in London? I'm sure I've asked that question before. I don't know. What happened to the England-Germany game? I don't know what happened. Someone tell me. Bruce, hello. Quindor, hello. Tabletronics. Alex, hello. Flynn, hi Flynn, if you're still watching. Hi Teddy, if you're around. Andy, hi. Crazy Roops, hello. I'm sure I'm missing people. Wow, my eyes are wobbling. That's not good. Hey Dave. Hey Jerry. Hey Mike. It's been a while, Mike. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Rat Madness, hi. Rota, hello. Adrian. Jerko, hello. Renee's here. And I lost track of where I am. Graham, hi. Hey Clem. Excuse me. The talking's going to really affect my throat this morning. Hopefully I won't lose my voice. Hi Randall. Christopher White, hello. Hey Rob. Hey Falknology, I think I said hi already, but hello. And X Micron, hi. Patrick, hello. Adam's here. Rick, hello. Yasir. And I lost track of where I'm up to. Oh well. Stephen, hello. Netherlands. 2-0 to who though, Rob? The Germans lost 2-0. No way, really? Oh, wow, okay. Gonna be lots of happy people in the UK today. Wow. Hello, Dustin. Quick, I need to be fresh in the morning. Well, yeah, okay. Maybe a shower before you leave then, that'll help. Just kidding, sorry. Good to see you, Dustin. How are you playing through those 200 boards? Did you finish them all? Hey, Tom. Tom from Germany. Commiserations on the football. If I missed anyone, I apologise. So we should get right to it, because... Oh, Christian, hello. Are we expectedly unmaking stuff or unexpectedly making stuff tonight? We are expectedly making stuff. Well, expectedly for me. Yeah, it was you, Mike Swan. Yes. It's asking how you're doing. Yeah, good. I'm glad to hear that you're well. Yes. And not only is it hard to find time to watch streams, but there are so many streams at the moment. And some of them are so long, like, Pitlooney streams are incredible. 5 hours, 7 hours. It's nuts. And Zach's been streaming, like, multiple times a week. Dustin had a shower during Easter, so he's fine. Boards are all online. Congratulations, well done. When's your next order coming through? Rob says we're awaiting the score of COVID-19 versus humans. Oh, we know the answer to that one already. I think. Humans will win in the end. But it's going to be messy. It's going to be messy. Hey, Christopher. Okay, so I really hope my throat's going to last. We have Norwegians in chat. We do. There's a few. Okay. Yeah, yay that you haven't had to do a new order yet, but boo as well. You know, it's a vicious circle, right? It'll become a love-hate relationship. Why aren't they all sold yet? I'm so glad I don't have to make any more. It's like, yeah. I won't even tell you where I'm at right now. I'm not even going to do it. It's insane. So, let's talk about why I'm making a new board. Because I don't have enough boards to make, right? I don't have enough different products already. Let's just make more, add more to the craziness of my life. So, for a period of time, and it still may happen, I wasn't able to get components that I needed for the Feather S2. Crystals were a problem for quite a while, although I've managed to buy a bunch of crystals, which is great. I've got enough now. PS RAM and flash were the killers, right? Now, the Feather S2 uses external PS RAM and external flash, and make more. I'm trying. There's only so much I can do myself. We need to talk about me getting some help. Everyone, put your feelers out. Got to be in Melbourne. Sorry, I need someone local. Anyway, we'll talk about that a bit later. So, I've managed to secure a line of PS RAM. PS RAM. That's fine. I got one batch a couple of days ago, and I got more. I'm in the queue for more, which is great. But flash is a problem. Now, I have flash. I have some, but I want to keep some for my S3 boards if they ever eventuate. Because let's face it, there's no S3 chips. They're not even in production yet. They've not even made their final version yet. They're still in the sample stage, right? So I can use them on Feather S2s, but I've been selling a stack of Feather S2s, an insane number. Not quite Tiny Pico insane, but really a massive number of Feather S2s. My biggest selling board by far, next to the Tiny Pico. And I can't keep up with them. And I'm going to run out of flash. I can get some flash, but it's horrifically expensive. Horrific. Compared to what I used to pay. So, I decided to... What happens if I can't supply Feather S2s anymore? Like, is it really the 16 megabytes of flash on a Feather S2 that makes people buy the Feather S2s? Are people really using 16 megabytes of flash on a microcontroller? Probably not, right? 8 megabytes of PS RAM? Oh, that is whopping. Do people really need 8 megabytes of RAM on a microcontroller? Probably not. So, what if I made a new Feather S2 variant that could be my fallback board, right? That if I can't produce Feather S2s, I can produce this instead. It'll be a different board, it'll have some different features, and I could use the same chip as the Tiny S2 because I'm able to get those. Also, I can't get ESP32 S2s at the moment. I'm in the queue, really long delays. I was in the queue for the Tiny S2 variant, right? The one that's got built-in 4 megabytes of flash, 2 megabytes of RAM. Managed to get some. I've got a reel of 2K of them that are coming Wednesday, probably tomorrow. But they're almost gone for Tiny S2s, but I can get some more. I'm in the queue for those. So, this way I have a fallback Feather S2. Well, I can't call it a Feather S1.5. It's an S2 because it's an ESP32 S2. So, I designed a new Feather S2 around the chip that's got the built-in flash and RAM, but that left a whole lot of space on the board, right? So let's move that. So if I get a Feather S2, let me switch cameras. Feather S2 Lite. No. No. So here's a Feather S2, right? Now if I mean, there's a flash, and there's the RAM. If I take them off, there's quite a bit of space here, right? And there's also like some pretty pro features. I mean, the second LDO and all that type of stuff. So what's if I cut it right down, try to get the cost down a little bit, maybe. I'm not sure I achieved that. And came up with a different design that was still an S2 board, 4 megabytes of flash, 2 megabytes of RAM, which is still massive, 2 megabytes of RAM, right, PS RAM. What would it be? Well, Feather S2 minus. Hey, Paul, you guys. No, what I designed was what I call the reveal Feather S2 El Cheapo. At a prototype area. Yeah. Nah. Who wants a prototype area? Neo is not meaning new. No. Feather S2 pink. That'd be funny. No. It is a Feather S2 that has a 5x5 RGB matrix on it. What? What? What a silly idea. No. It's brilliant. It's a brilliant idea. I hope. So here's the thing. I've been wanting to put a little matrix on a microcontroller for ages. Right? I've got some prototypes not made in Eagle for ages, and I've been playing around. Not what I hoped for. What were you hoping for, Braden? I've been playing around with 3x3 matrices, right? Because they're nice and small, and they use less power than more LEDs, right? But you just can't get enough shapes. Yeah, they've already been done, Braden. They're boards, and Adafruit have got feathers with screens coming. So, yeah, I know why you want one, because for your Portaprog, I know. But Adafruit have already got boards. Look, I can get to the market faster than Adafruit can at the moment with screens on boards, no problem. But I don't want to. They've already announced 2 versions. They've already got them designed. My understanding is they're not out yet because they can't get components, right? And screen prices have gone through the roof. And that's the thing. If I was to stick a screen on this, it'd be a $30 board. Screens are insane. Screens are like 7 times the price of what I paid for my last screens. Now, the microbit's really cool, as Mike says, because it's got a matrix on it. It's only a single color. You can do some interesting things. Now, 3x3 I thought was cute because you could do basic things. You know, you could do a plus, a minus, a square. You could do like a really funky shaped arrows and stuff like that. But with a 5x5, what you can actually do is, hang on. No, wrong packet. I came not prepared. With a 5x5, you can do this. He says, and then makes everyone wait. Here is Alex's RGB LOL board, or LOL RGB I should say, right? Which is 5 pixels high. And you can do display fonts here. You can display text scrolling. So with a 5x5, not only can you do scrolling text, so you can get actual information out of this thing, but because it's a square 5x5, you can do like symbols. Like, it would have been maybe nicer if I could get 5x7, then it could have been like a tiny digit. But 5x7 would have added stacks more crescent current, power draw, and I just don't have the space for it. But you can do some really interesting shapes, right? With a 5x5, because they're odd numbers, you know, you can display it even without text. You can display a lot of graphical information, right? You can do smileys, you can do arrows, you can do all sorts of things. You can do little animating waveforms like heartbeat type things. Anyway, now it's really popular for people to get, you know, matrix display shields and connect them to their boards. But I thought, well, why not have one on a microcontroller board? I've not really seen that before anywhere. And I had the space. I've taken some things off this board, so there's no second LDO for power control for external power. There is a second LDO that drives the matrix though. I can't move the boot. And it's this has to stay this way. Yeah, it's there was no centering the matrix, unfortunately. Yeah, and it was, yeah. I'm okay with the layout. Thanks. You can't please everyone. That's cool. A lot of time and effort went into how this was going to get laid out, and then in the end, I decided intentionally to keep. You can turn the matrix on and off. Stacks of chat's gone past. Sorry, I'll get back to it in a second. There's no ambient light sensor, so I've cut some components back, reduced cost and complexity, but then obviously increased cost with the LEDs. They're not the cheapest LEDs. Okay, let me go back to just chat quickly. And what did I miss? Snake. I don't know if you could play Snake on 5x5. It'd be pretty low res. You know what is cheaper than addressable LEDs? A small 8x8 LED matrix. Right, but then it's a single color matrix. The spacing is square, yes. The deceiving part is the... oh, you can't see what I'm doing. It looks deceiving because of the caps on the side, but the spacing is square. Hopefully you'll see that once they're put together. Well, I think they were, unless I wrecked it. And if I wrecked it, well, it's just a prototype. If we can display 0, we can build a days without accident sign for BitLooney. That's true. You can display 0. What? XB... What? What's Jay saying? X by 7 wouldn't add quiescent current. Well, it would. Each LED has about 600 microamps quiescent current. So when they're powered, but there's no light on. Right? So yes, so 5x5, 25 pixels, 7x5, 35 pixels, an extra 10 pixels is an extra 6 milliamps of quiescent current, Jay. So if someone powers the LEDs but has them not displayed, so if someone turns on the LDO because they want to use the display and then displays one LED in the middle, the other 34 would be drawing 600 microamps each when they're not displaying something. So that's their quiescent current state. Hey Yumbo Prime, hi to anyone that's joined that I didn't say hi to. Okay, I've missed a whole bunch of chat. I just lost it all. Anyway, yeah, people don't realise RGB LEDs, because they've got little ICs inside them, they've got, like the APA 102 has like almost 1 milliamp of quiescent current. LED part number. Alex, do you remember what the LED part number is? I don't have it off my hand. Do I have a... In the garage, I've got them on reels, but maybe Alex, if he's watching. ZS boot, LED, also NeoPixel. No, so what I did was, there's no APA like there is on here. I'm going to move away from APAs. Even though my Tiny Pico and Feather S2 are using them, my Tiny S2 is not. It's using one of these as well. The actual status LED is over here. Originally, I was going to use LED 0, or number 1, but like index 0 as the status LED that, like, for instance, CircuitPython uses. But I decided at the last minute against it, and I stuck one over here. And that's power controlled by a GPIO, so you can turn that on and off as well. I like this. People need to not focus so much on displaying text, although you can. Right, that's the thing. So the reason I went 5x5, the reason I was originally looking at 3x3 is 3x3 is still 3x3 and color, so you can do some interesting things with it. Just the fidelity is not that good, right? 5x5 is, well, you know, it's marginally better, but you can do symbols, you can do shapes, you can do visual indicators that are not text. You can do single characters, but you can, or scrolling text if you want, but the point is that you can do single character symbols to give you feedback on things, right? And honestly, things like arrows are really cool, and then colored arrows are even better. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it would be... I'd be interested to see what people can actually do with it other than scrolling text. Like, what uses can people come up with? Interesting uses for the display. Hey, Teletronics. Yeah, similar thing, just an icon. Right, just like an icon. Like, you know, when Wi-Fi is connected, it could be a, you know... can't really get the Wi-Fi symbol in there. You know, it could be a tick, a green tick, you know, instead of just a green light. You know what I mean? So, like, the other day, I had someone talking to me about, I can't remember exactly what it was, and I was playing around with a Tiny Pico and with battery and stuff, and I was using the APA on here to give me some indication back on the status of the battery, right? Charging, not charging, full, medium, and, you know, I had it, the LED color was a different color based on you know, how full the battery was and stuff. And I thought to myself, okay, that, you know, it's really cool that you can do that, but it's so limiting on what it could be, right? Where with something like this, you know, I could do a little bar graph. I could write the words. I could write, you know, scrolling text, battery, voltage, you know, 3.7 volts, right? But I could do much more interesting things, like little yeah, all sorts of stuff. Anyway, so I'm quite excited by what people could possibly do with it. So we're going to build one. Enough talking. Now, the good news is I've got plenty of LEDs. The price just went up. No, the price went up and the quantity per reel went down. Right? I got a double whammy, and the guy didn't tell me till they got delivered. Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you. So there used to be 5,000 a reel, now there's 4,500 a reel. And the price per reel has gone up 20%. So, yeah, I mean, everything's affected by this situation. But I've got about 25,000 of these LEDs in stock, which is not a lot. Because I'm also using them, don't forget, on my counter and clock, right? There's 132 of them on here, and there's 100 of them on my clock. And then, of course, I'm almost out of LOL RGB boards. I need to make some more, Alex. So, yeah, I'm going to churn through these pretty quickly. Plus, my Tiny S2 has one on there, and then I'm going to have to do a Rev 3 Tiny Pico at some point and move away from the APA. Long story. Anyway, yeah, these are 6805s. Rhoda, I'm pretty sure. Let me just hang on. Let me go get a reel. That is not the same as the others. No, there you go. Look, hang on. There's just a few. I've got just a few of them. So these are... Yes, look what they did. This is nasty. So this is my previous order. So the 6805, EC 1501. Quantity, 5,000 pieces. Yeah? 605, EC 1501. Quantity, 4,500 pieces. Bastards! Look at the date code though. 10th of the 6th. So anyway, I've got a few. Thankfully. Yeah. So shall we make one? See if it works? White van electronic components. Hey Technolog, what do you mean white van? What came in a bag with what? With a label 6812 on it, or what? I don't understand. The capacitors in between. There's no capacitors in between. There's capacitors on the edges. This row here is caps, and this row here is caps. The LEDs are framed on the inside. And I almost thought about doing 0201 caps, but I don't want to add complexity to the board. And I don't even know if we need to populate all these caps. Kids will make it display bad words. But kids always do that. They do that on their calculators. Does that mean kids shouldn't have calculators? Yeah, I figured that it was an actual pain to route this. But I did it this way because I'm hoping that it'll frame the display in a neat way. And you know, it would have been terrible having caps randomly all around it. The white van scam. Oh, right. Okay. These are just 100 nanofarads. Okay, so I've already... Now, just to show you, I've not built one yet. Here are my 5 boards. Right? And here's the order. 5. Quantity, 5. I've not built one. Wow, it's getting warm in here already. So, I'm going to make one. Now, I've prepared a stencil. So that way you didn't have to watch me do that. Because that's just really annoying. I tried getting again today my DSLR and my microscope working together. Forget it. When they're both connected, they start blinking each other out. Why is Mako screaming now? Now. Excuse me. Hey, wagon loads. I will just put it under here just to check it straight. Because it's fine enough pitch. The QFN is fine pitch, so we want to make sure that that's good. Okay. And I'm going to do it low temp, just in case I have to rework it. Triggers. What's triggers? The fact that that the screen is off center. You got to wait till the board's built. Because the whole thing, just looking at the normal feather and the balance of these things here and stuff. Look, yeah, as I said, I played with the screen being centered and down and whatever. The fact was, it was just, it was becoming a nightmare to reroute. And I couldn't get it right in the center exactly. And at the end of the day, yeah. Like, the other reason, a huge reason, sorry, I'm getting distracted, a huge reason why it has to be where it is the power paths for the 3.3 volts, right? The regulator and everything else is all over here. And having this in the center, this needs its own on the power, like the third layer, this has got to completely cut off power plane, right? To make sure I've got even distribution, and I had to get solid 3 volts around to the microcontroller, and having this sit in the middle didn't allow me to get 3 volts cleanly over. Anyway, it was complex. Symmetry is nice, so for all those people that suffer from OCD, I apologise. Symmetry would be nice, but I think we can... Let's just get a prototype working first. Oh, 4-layer PCB. Just check what's $17? The LOL RGB is 17. What? Hey Fred. CDO, alphabetical order. Oh, right, the shipping to Germany. Yeah, I can't do anything about shipping, guys. It's killing me. And you know what? I'm going to stop shipping to Europe. We need to talk about that as well. And not because of the VAT stuff. Okay, let me just check this. Ooh, excellent. Let's just clean some of this off. Wow, nicely done, Sion. I'm just going to put the paste away. So much fun. Here you go, you can watch me do it. I love and hate doing this bit. Sometimes I'm not watching when I do it, and it falls off the edge. Sorry that the camera's not super zoomed. Oh, out. Okay. No, so the issue is, so I can't get resellers in Europe. Forget it. Not going to happen, right? I've spoken to many. The no CE mark thing is a complete showstopper for everyone who, all resellers in Europe. I'm just going to go back to this camera just for a moment. I need to clean this. So, and it's right now, look, I'm speaking to another company again about possibly looking at CE on some of my products, but it's going to lift the price of all of my products by at least a couple of dollars, at least. And it's going to take months to do CE on stuff. So like, even the LOL RGB needs a CE mark. And sure, I can self-certify. I don't want to go through this conversation again, right? It doesn't make any sense for me to put my efforts into something like the LOL RGB self-certifying, right? Where I've sold like 50 of them, right? Where I'm selling thousands and thousands and thousands of microcontroller boards. They're the ones that need my effort for CE. They're the ones that the EU distributor is going to sell. But it's just not going to happen. Like, you know, the investment will be like $30,000 or $40,000 for me to get my boards ready for CE, and without that, no one in Europe will resell them. And at some point, customs will start blocking my products. Right? If one of my products comes in and gets caught, and they block it, then they'll flag me, and then they'll block all of my products coming in. And then what happens is people buy off me, and I sell, and then they get returned to me, and then what do? I have to refund the person, but what about the shipping? Like, I can't be out of pocket $17 for shipping because the product got returned, right? So, well, Mauser doesn't help. Mauser won't sell my stuff to Europe either. Hey, owned you, by the way. Hey, JTax. I just realised, hang on. So, that's the board I just pasted. It's pretty good. Dead on. Dead on. Can I get closer? I can't. I'm going to have trouble talking and concentrating at the same time. So Mauser aren't selling my stuff into Europe either. Right now, the only people selling my stuff into Europe is me, and I think Pomeroni, and I don't even think Adafruit are. Now, what I've set up today. Hello, Mr. Agony. The tax customs are not a problem because you don't have to do it. I'm able to continue selling like I was before, and it just means that the customer has to pay the VAT, and the company delivering the product to them charges them a fee to collect the VAT, just like it's been in the past, right? Hang on, just quickly. I have set up this camera because I can't get the microscope working at the same time. I was going to tell you that story as well. Anyway, wow, this is going to be interesting. I'm so not prepared for this build. So not prepared for it. Hold on. Oh, wow. I was supposed to clean some of this stuff up this morning, and I didn't. This is going to be interesting. You're about to see an absolute mess on my turntable. Okay, well, nothing I can do about it. Because I do want to use the turntable today. But there, as you can see, there are parts all around the edge of it. Long story. That's okay. Just going to clean up some of it. Get some of it off. Okay. Now I need to position the camera. I know. Preferably so you can't see my groin. And the lighting I will get to in a second. And the chat. They're not carpet parts, no. So they are... So yeah, the UK-Australia deal doesn't... I don't have an issue with the UK. I can sell to the UK. I've got resellers in the UK. UK is not a problem. It's the EU, specifically, unfortunately. I'm going to play around with the contrast and brightness of my camera so you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm wearing pants, yes. Yeah, it's the EU. Like I said it from the start. The EU are trying to protect their local businesses, but all they're doing is hurting their customers, their local customers. That's all they're doing. Hey, Planet 886. Mark UKCA as well. No, I don't. No, I was supposed to have been marking UKCA from January 1. But they're not really policing it. 9 is out. Hey Gary, I don't know what that means. Starting July 1, they're going to add it or add what automatically? Could find some clever ways to get it cleared. Not really. Okay, sorry, there's lots of chat that's gone past. But, I don't know. Oh, you're talking about that. Hey, Monster Mark. 52 weeks, so you went through Hull? No way. Oh, right, yeah, Northern Ireland. Yeah, that's an interesting one. So, yeah, I'm not worried about the... I just realised I'm going to have to move my microscope because that's not going to now work. Okay, we're going to start. And I don't really know where to start. And I don't even have everything I need out. But that's okay. You know, I'm just going to wing it. At least you can kind of see what I'm doing. But as I said, I'm really not prepared And things are sticking to my tweezers already. Wow. Give the tweezers a clean. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. I'm going to do my best not to block your view when I do this, but no promises. And this board's going to take a while to do because I'm going to be concentrating on the chat. Carousel of random stuff, yeah. So with Amazon, with the VAT, with Amazon and eBay, they have to do it for you. They're considered a marketplace, and it's their responsibility to do all the VAT handling, which is great. As is Tindy, by the way, but who knows what's happening with that. I'm just going to do this in no particular order because, yeah, just because. Because I feel like living dangerously. Hope that's red. So at some point I mixed up my LEDs somehow. Tindy is already handling VAT? No, they weren't. If you're using USB-C as a data power port, can you use any UART? What do you mean can you use any UART? By default, the CDC, which is the native USB inside the ESP32, uses UART 1. But you can, if you're using the IDF, you can make it any UART. Yeah, supply frames should know what they're doing. That doesn't mean that they will, or they're ready for it. That's the problem. So I had to check something on the Feather S2, because I thought I might have flipped the LEDs around, but I didn't, which is good. Okay, here's some 5.1s. Can everyone hear the microscope going? The autofocus going? I should unplug that. I'm just going to unplug my camera on my microscope because it's not being used. Okay, that's those things. No, they don't handle that, and they haven't, and they've been asked for ages, and they've been, at the start they were saying we're looking into it, but then it just turned into we're avoiding the question. And they basically have been avoiding it ever since. And probably because there's been this deal in the works that they haven't been able to talk about. So it's kind of understandable, maybe. Now on this board, I actually I did some experimenting with. So my hand's in the way. Did some experimenting with some pad sizes and changes for a bunch of different components. Be interesting to see how they work. They're pretty minor. Like visually, you wouldn't be able to spot them. But knowing the changes I made, I'm interested to see how it helps with surface tension and stuff like that. I also realised that I might have to go and steal some parts out of my pick and place machine, which is going to be problematic because I'm going to have to power it up to feed them. Okay, this is the second LDO. Now, originally I designed the board with a FET. Problem is, some of my computers don't like that, or let's go through a USB hub. But you don't use a UART at all for the S2. That's the point. Well, you can, but then you have to use UART 0. If you're using external serial to UART, you have to use UART 0. But if you're using the native one, that's a different story. Yeah, so originally I had a FET on here for power control, but the problem was that meant that the ESP32, the S2, was pulling power from the same LDO that the LEDs were, and I was worried that some users might brown out the ESP32 by displaying too much on the screen. 25 LEDs bright white type thing, right? So a lot of chat's gone past. Hey, half Greek geek, and hi to anyone I've missed. So I ended up putting a second LDO on kind of last minute. Like I had the board ready to go in production. And what I've done is the LDO is pulled, the enable on the LDO is pulled low by default. So the LEDs are off when the board boots. Hey David. I'm on the mend. I'm still pretty average, but I am on the mend, so that's good. Thank you. Interesting. As I said, there's no specific order I'm doing this in. That's okay. Get all the parts out. Come on. I feel like I should move the camera because my hand's getting in the way, right? Sorry about that. Maybe this will be a bit better. But have we lost focus now? How's the focus, everyone? Is it okay? Hey, Paul. How you doing, mate? How's that? Is that pretty good? So I think with CE in Europe, right now, I don't really think there's a lot we need to worry about because I don't think they have... What is that cap? It's like a half-size cap. I'm going to replace that one. I don't think they've got the capability to police any of this stuff, right? So, oh wow, I almost put an 0603 cap on it. I'm not paying attention. That's better. Cap looked like it was half the size. Yeah, I don't think they've got the people to police it. So, it might be a complete nothing at the moment. But I don't know. And shipping is really expensive, so for me to test it. And if shipping was $5 and the customer would be okay if the package didn't get delivered, they get their money back, I get the package back, and I'm out of pocket $5, sure. But if I'm out of pocket, and shipping's gone up in a lot of Europe now as well. Like some packages cost me 27 Australian dollars to ship it to Europe, like to a place in Europe. So what does that work out to? 22 US dollars. Like I'm not prepared to lose 22 US dollars. And even if a customer says to me, "Oh, don't worry, look, we'll try it, and if it doesn't get through, they'll cover the shipping." From my experience, when it doesn't get through, they complain and they want their money back. So, yeah. It's just not worth my while. My biggest concern right now is what about all the packages that were sent? Like is it the 30th today? Today's the 30th, June 30th, right? So, for me anyway, July 1st is tomorrow. What about all the packages that I sent yesterday and last week? Like, they're all going to arrive after. Does that mean that they all get affected? Do they even look at the ship date on them? I don't know what's going to happen, because I've sent a lot of stuff to Europe over the last week. I've also had 2 packages unexpectedly returned to me. You can see in my camera on the ground down there, a reflow master and a bunch of tiny picos were both for Europe, both got returned to me, but both say they tried to deliver and couldn't. But the people say that the customers say they never received any attempt at delivery. So I don't know what it means, right? So I got the packages back, great, but who pays for the shipping? So this could be an expensive month coming up for me if I start getting return packages. So if anyone's doubting the versatility of a turntable like this for assembly, I mean, how nice is it? I can just spin and do it. Oh, how funny. Half Greek geek is just talking about that. Hey, Robin. So everything that comes in by July 1st, no matter when it was sent, right. So I need to close down Europe on my store. Bloody hell. It's pretty crazy. Now this board actually has a few more features than my Feather S2. I'm going to have to go and check my schematic. You just go to my Unexpected Maker GitHub and have a look there. Or look for my last video on the topic. And there should be a link in that as well. Or in my Discord. Oh my gosh, Eagle is making me sign in. It won't let me start it up offline. Oh, Eagle, I hate you so much. One moment, folks. And now I have to wait for an SMS. I'm still tinkering with KiCad. I've got so many years and stuff in and invested in Eagle. And there's some bits of KiCad still that are just really painful. And because I'm using pretty much custom footprints for every single one of my my symbols and stuff, like my parts, and very fine-tuned DRC settings and stuff, yeah. And there's no easy way. Like, you got to import them from another board. There's no overall management that says this is the settings I want to use for my 4-layer boards. Anyway, there's look, it's getting there, but and the dev team are doing a great job, no doubt, like they really are. But I'm not ready to do the full switch yet. I can't yet. Okay, so right, and I did end up sticking. I wasn't going to, but I did put a yeah, Fusion 360 won't work at all without the internet, which is really stupid. But Eagle normally lets you just load up in offline mode. Sorry. Yeah, I wasn't going to stick a IO13 LED on here, but I ended up putting one on. I need a blue, or I need something other than blue LED. I don't have any in my carousel. That's okay. Yeah, so the concern I've got with the VAT and letting the customer pick it up like they did before is that I reckon a lot of the companies that collect VAT are going to really put their prices up and become real assholes about it, is what I think is going to happen. To discourage people from buying off companies that don't include the VAT. That's what I think is going to happen. So, but I don't know. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But I honestly think that's what's going to happen. Okay, 3 and a 2. So on this board, like my Tiny S2 and my current Tiny Picos, I've also added VBus Sense. So in this case, I think it's IO35. Not VBus, 5 volt, right? No, 34. IO34. So if you read IO34 and it's high, that means 5 volts is present. And if it's low, it means it's not present. So my Tiny Pico USB-C has that, and my latest versions of my Micro B has that, and the Tiny S2 has that. Hey, Andy Mouse. And that's really useful for people that want to run different code when they're on battery to when they're not on battery. And so on the Tiny Pico, people have been trying to do that by checking if the battery's charging or not, but that doesn't work. Because the charge state of the battery from the PMIC only works when 5 volts is connected. When it's not connected, the stat pin doesn't work properly. So you can detect when it's being charged, you cannot detect when it's not being charged because there's no 5 volts. You can only detect if it's not being charged when there is 5 volts and the battery's full. That makes sense? So I think that's a really cool feature. and I added VBAT, voltage checking, on this board, which my Feather S2 does not have. Ooh, Johnny's going on vacation. Maybe you'll get some sleep. Okay, so that's all those voltage dividers. That's everything there. We're getting there. Slowly, folks. Sorry this is taking so long. But, you know, it's a lot of parts on here. I haven't even got to the LEDs yet. Wow. Okay. We should put some buttons on. Okay, buttons and buttons, and I'm going to put the USB on last and that over there on last. Okay, I've got... Okay. Now I need to check the orientation of the LEDs. Now all the LEDs are the same orientation. The RGB LEDs. Which is good. Oh, lost my chat window. The boards don't overcharge the batteries anyway. The PMIC already handles that. Like when the battery's full, it turns off. No, but people wanted to detect if the 5 volt is present or not, and they did that by trying to check if the battery was being charged or not, which is not really possible. Okay, so lots more passives to go first, and then okay, we've got a 1.1.1. Lots of caps to go on. That's a 1. That's a 1. I'm not going to have enough 0.1 caps, I don't think. I hope I got more in my drawer up top, otherwise I'm going to have to grab someone for real. That'll be a pain. And I don't really have to populate every cap on the matrix, I don't think, but am I missing anything? Does your wall behind your reflow oven also contain a green patch? A what? I don't understand. The wall behind my reflow oven, a green patch. Is that an in joke? I don't know. Sounds like it might be. Or I might have missed some conversation. Okay, we're almost ready for the RGB LEDs. Let's do the caps first. Oh, I feel so unsteady right now with my hands, really? Okay. I'm expecting myself to like break out coughing or sneezing or something and wipe all the parts off the board. That's what I think's going to happen. But thank you. Hey Larry, my spirited Arduino library output was during my forced vacation. So I'm going to have to provide, like, obviously there are libraries you can just use for this, right? I mean, Alex, if you're still watching, can you put the link to your lol RGB matrix code on GitHub? Because that code should just work on here. Right? It should just run and be able to display text, just have to change the pin number. But it'd be nice if the helper library, like that I still owe people some helper libraries for the TinyS2 and FeatherS2 for Arduino. It'd be nice if my helper libraries for this had built-in support for a whole bunch of different things, like, arrows and whatever. I keep saying arrows. I don't know. How cool would arrows be? What for? I don't know. Wow, I'm going to have enough caps. Okay, that's all the caps. So now, LEDs. I need to get some LEDs out. A 5x5 animated GIF? Sure. I know someone that does stuff with GIFs. Do you know someone, Larry, that does stuff with GIFs? Animated GIFs would be awesome. Animated smiley face GIFs. Like a little animated sun. I know it's only 5x5, but a little like animated sun coming up. Or a moon. To let you know. Anyway. I could be totally off whack. And it could be just total useless. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, I might have just got 25 LEDs out. Yeah, a moon. A moon would be good. Yeah, weather icons. Like, who knows? I don't know. I just think it could be cool. Anything. I better get these LEDs on the right way or I'm going to be in so much pain. I'm pretty sure they go down. I'm pretty sure I have them the right way, but I'm going to double check. Always safer to double check. Please remember to discuss results. Yeah, I'm actually increasing pad sizes. So my move to water-based flux affected the surface tension pool, and so I think now let me just have a look and then I'll tell you if I'm talking about that. Except that didn't open. Oh, it did over there, right. Yeah, I think it was just that. Yeah. You just had the code that said, what did it say? Hello. Yeah, that's right. It said hi, Sion. Yeah. Yeah, that code should just work. I hope. SMDs are always a pain. Always check them on a PSU for... What? What are you checking on a PSU? Okay, sorry, I just need to check. Yep, I'm right. I'm sure I'm right. I'm 100% positive I'm right. And I'm going to triple check just in case. Again. Yep, I'm right. Okay, I'm going to put them on the right way. Here we go. Who's counting? Paul, you counting? So the pad sizes for the caps looked bigger than the LEDs, but obviously there's 4 pads for the LEDs. Oops. Pick that up sideways. So I'm hoping that the caps will kind of blend away because of the LEDs. Now I could have got these LEDs closer together a little bit if I was prepared to risk JLC, PCB, or any PCB manufacturer doing via holes touching pads. But the registration I get from JLC when it comes to solder mask and vias and stuff is, well, that LED looks a bit funky. I'll swap it out if I need to. No, I'm going to take that off. The face of that LED looks weird. I have a spare one over here. So I don't trust that they'll get manufactured properly from JLC. So you might be able to see, or maybe not, under every LED there's either one or two little vias between pads, between rows, for routing power and routing ground through. It's really tight. Like, this is the smallest. Well, it's the smallest vias that they do without me having to pay a bunch extra. And the what I save is so small that it wouldn't have made any difference anyway. So using 0.2 millimeters with a 0.45 annular, right? I can't go smaller than 0.2 millimeters for the via. JLC don't do micro vias. And I can go to 0.4 on the annular, but the 0.05 is not going to make any difference on the spacing of the LEDs. Oh, the LED orientation on PSU. Right, okay. Change define 1/4 line to 38 to 5. Okay, cool. Thanks. Hopefully we'll get to spin up some code on this today. I mean, hopefully it'll work. Hopefully I didn't route the power wrong or something. And it's probably going to need a bit of rework. Yeah, so I was saying before, so because the water-based flux makes the solder paste have less surface tension pull. I've been playing around with pad sizes a little bit, increasing them a fraction and then changing how close together they are, like for the 0402 components, and how wide they are for some of the other pads, to hopefully require less rework, because I still have more rework than I'd like. Now, if I went to a no-clean paste, I could eliminate probably 95% of that rework, but at the expense of having to clean my boards with toxic chemicals that I have issues disposing of. And the number of boards I'm cleaning and the number of times I'm running my ultrasonic cleaner at the moment is just so crazy that, you know, I give up one problem for another problem. Did you buzz out some connections before putting on the solder paste? No way! Why would I do that? No. All these boards could be shorted. No, I like living dangerously. Larry? Gotta back yourself. If the board's stuffed, then it's been a spectacular fail. You know, go big or go home. Isn't that right, everyone? Okay, that's all the LEDs on. So, now just the big bits. I need a chip. Okay, here is the ESP32. And I need an antenna. I need a stemmer connector. Whoop, dropped it. Bit of hair or something. Okay, and I need a JST connector and the USB. Okay, JST. And I think that's everything. Then we can reflow. You have faith in me. Too much coffee, give me shaky hands. No, it doesn't. Speaking of which, my coffee is now cold. I'm definitely going to have to refill my coffee. Okay, so that's JST and USB. And that's going to push paste onto my thing, turntable. Okay, so I think that is everything. Just double checking. Yes. Hope I've got everything the right way around. Yes. Okay, that's a populated board. Woohoo! Excuse me. Assembling a board like this and having it work the first time is similar to writing code in one shot and having it compile without any errors and run. Oh, yeah, little faith. Paul, I thought it was already warmed up. Okay, I'm going to turn the oven on. I'm just using my reflow master, obviously. Oh, it says it's 5 degrees in my oven. Now, how do I get this off without smudging? Okay, I'm gonna go to the oven. Okay, off it goes. Whew. That was not as bad as I thought it would be. So I can already tell by looking at the board and looking at the LEDs on there that they completely, not obscure, but the caps aren't noticeable because of the size of the LEDs. What I did notice though, which looks a bit weird, and I might have made a mistake, cosmetic mistake, is I think the caps on the right hand side are a bit closer to the LEDs than the ones on the left. So although I don't have OCD, I think I am not going to like that. Let me just switch cameras. I have a feeling it looks like, a bit hard to notice here, but these caps on this side are a bit closer than these caps on that side. And it could just be an optical illusion. It could just be the paste. I'm not sure. Wow, it's cold in here now. I'm going to have to go get some more coffee, I think, once this is reflowed. And I'm going to quickly flash something up. Look at this. Added a new coffee break thingo. Yay. Thingo. Graphic. New coffee break graphic. So, that is reflowing right now. which is exciting. Hopefully I'll be able to flash it with something. I'm going to put these away while we wait. And put these away. I'm sure I put something on the board backwards. An LED or something. Hey Frank, good morning. Thanks, Larry. Oh, no, Jay, I don't understand FET switching at all. FETs are my bane. I don't understand FETs. Like, I understand FETs in a really simple manner, like as a switch. But when it comes to understanding the internals of the FET, of a FET, and all the... No, sorry. I understand FETs as a switch in only in the ideal situation. As soon as things are not in the ideal situation, I don't understand them at all. Like, it just does my head in every time I try to learn them. Holding thumbs here to see it run some code. Good. Holding thumbs like this? What do you mean? Holding thumbs. I've not heard that expression before. It's reflowing. I hope the oven can deal with the low temperature. Boba or Django? What? Who? Where? The non-linear region. No, not even that. Just the whole... Anyway, it's... Like, I understand 2 items out of the data sheet. And all the rest of it is like, yeah, don't need that. And they're the really important bits, right? They're the bits when things don't work on the FET, on the layout, that you need to understand why. Anyway, whatever. Move on. No, I'm not good with FETs. FETs is captured alien technology. It's probably worse than that, I think. Yeah, that's what I'm using, the LED tweet. I got the original ones though, cable tie. I think he improved the design on the new ones. The original ones didn't have very good contacts at the end of the tips. To maintain hope something will happen or be the case. Okay, interesting. Thanks, Steve. Holding thumbs. Hopefully I'll remember it so I can use that. Yeah, that's right. When I think of the FET switching as simply it's high or low, I understand it's not and how it works, but when I think of it just in that way, then FETs are easy. Okay, oven door. Okay, you hear all the beeping. Then I've been lucky. Well, yeah, but I've only been using FETs in a very specific way, specific use cases where that's been possible, right? Like very clear high side or low side switch, very, very clear voltages coming in and out, right? Or in the case of my power path switch on my boards for VBAT and VBus, where I'm using it kind of backwards, right? But again, very clear state. Like, if you said to me, hey, I need to switch a FET, I need to switch a 5 volts on a FET with a 5 volt input, I'd have no idea how to do that, because you know, then it's all about the edge cases, or not the edge, the other stuff about the FET, right? Anyway, I still exclusively use mercury field read relays. I've never had a need for any type of read switches, but I've always wanted to use them for something, but I just couldn't think of anything. Right. Well, but that's one of the two things on the data sheet I know, like VGS, because that's kind of important, right? Like, you can't switch a FET without knowing that. But there's so much else on a data sheet for a FET that I just... Anyway, okay. I'm never going to claim to be smarter than I am, and I'm not smart at all. If I was smart, I wouldn't be building hardware for a living. Let me tell you that. Okay. Look at my drawer. It's still all nice and neat. Oh, amazing. Sorry. Okay, let's take this out. Ooh. Shiny. Ooh. I'm going to drop it. It's in my hand. It's on the here, but if I'm not careful, I'm going to drop it because I didn't grab it too well. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Obviously not under the microscope. Actually, no. So the caps are fine. It was just deceiving, maybe, or maybe hard to tell. I know you can't really tell from that. I need to put it under the microscope. I just want it to cool down. And get you all to look at it first. Okay, I'm going to look under the microscope. I'll switch cameras again, but you're not going to get to see super close up. Sorry. Where can I put it that you can see though? While I point at it. Ooh, that's not so great. Okay, so. Good. Reflow, good. That's good, but bit of an angle. Good. Wow. Perfect reflow. Perfect. Holy moly. Did not expect that. Other than this cap, I'm not sure if you can see, it's on a bit of an angle. If you have a FET with a 3-3 VGS, you can still switch 5 volts on the low side. Right. Yes, okay. On the low side. Yeah, the problem is I've never found a low side switch useful for any of my use cases because, well, they're no good for things like switching power off for an APA or something because they still sink too much power through. Like switching ground doesn't help. Like I can light up an APA with no ground connected at all. Yeah, high side's the tricky part, but this is perfect. Wow, I'm quite shocked. Maybe my new pad sizes has helped. Unexpected reflow. Hey Aaron, it is. It's a feather with a little LED matrix on it. It was designed as a backup if I couldn't continue making feather S2s, but it looks like I can, and thankfully I can because I have got orders for so many. It is insane. So yeah, that reflowed really well. Can you see this cap here? I know, it's good enough. It's on a slight angle. Okay. Well, I'm going to beep it before I plug it in. This is where we beep, Larry. This is where we beep it and make sure there's no shorts. Because... Okay. Except I can't see. I'm going to switch my glasses because I can't see. And then I'm getting a coffee. Before we plug it in, I'm going to get a coffee. Make everyone wait. Okay, ground. USB. No short. Battery. No short. 3 volts. Nope. No short. Reset. Nope. 0. No. Yay. Okay, no shorts to ground anywhere. Well, not on the power paths. And VBAT. 2 volts, no. VBAT, USB, No? Good. Enable and USB. Enable. Okay, we've got no shorts. We've got no shorts. Just pants. Zoom into the micro and let's see the quality of the soldering. I can't zoom. I'm zoomed in as far as I can get. That's what I showed you before. That's as far as I can get. I mean, I can maybe lift it up on something. Hang on. I don't know how high. I don't know if I can get that in focus or not. Might be too close. No? Okay. This is about as close as I can get. Look at that. So you can see the caps on a slight angle. I mean, I've seen components that are 10 times worse than that have been shipped. I don't know. That meter was a gift from Alan, my mate Alan. It's a really good meter, very fast. But I don't know why it does that. Maybe they thought it was funny. Everyone happy with the soldering of that? It came up way better than I expected. Like with this paste, because this is low temp and water based, which means it's double whammy. It's got almost no surface tension pull. I thought I was going to get at least 4 or 5 components that I'd have to fix up, but no, pretty good. So, I'm not going to plug it in yet. I'm going to get another coffee, and make you all wait. Yeah? Now, should I leave this on screen while I wait? Or should I put my new graphic up? Or maybe what I could do is... Hey Mike, good timing. Let's see if I do this. Wow. Really not nice. Font control. How's that? So just do this for now. Coffee break. Then you can't read it. Now, I'm going to spend more time doing this than, except now the color's going to change. Danger, Will Robinson. Okay, there we go. What's next to the ground pin? What? Okay, back soon. I was going to use the new sign, but that image looks so good. You can all look at it while I'm getting my coffee. No, this is still the same feather layout. I I kept everything the same as the Feather S2 because there was going to be a replacement for the Feather S2 if I couldn't make the Feather S2s. Okay, back soon. I'm going to mute. Actually, I'm not going to mute. I'm going to leave it as is, and I'm going to get coffee and come back. Put the new sign where my face is. Oh. Okay, hang on. That's a good idea. Hang on. Like that. That's what you meant. So I'm now going to play around with this as well. Is that better? Okay. There we go. So now I'm still playing. Okay, back soon. Okay, I'm back. Sorry it took so long. It is me. I'm here. Woohoo! And so interestingly, because I didn't turn the audio off, OBS didn't start dropping frames like it normally does. Okay. Just looking back in the chat. Anything interesting I need to know about? No? Is Johnny rickrolling again? Okay. Let's do this. And you can hear the birds outside. How loud are they? We've had galahs outside our house for a little while now. Okay, so true time. I'm going to power it up. And then I'm going to see... Whoa, what happened then? Oh, right. I forgot. I lit it up because of the close-up. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's better. Galahs. How do you spell galah? G-H-A-L-A-H? I don't know, something. Drum roll. Okay. So we should at least get a power light now. And flashing orange light. And that's all. And hopefully no smoke. Okay. Well, that's good. No smoke? No heat? No? Good. So, I should get some blue tack to hold this still. Oh, maybe that's okay. Wanted to program it while you were away, but there's no code on it or power. Yeah. That would have been really clever if you guys could program it. Okay. So, let me get ready. Ready right now. Red rooster. Don't ask. Okay. So this is Alex's RGB LED code for his LOL RGB LOL. I can never remember which way it is. Let's go to Arduino. Loading up Arduino. Hey DIY in the ghetto. Or J. 2 J's now. I could control it by plugging in an unconnected USB cable. That'd be really funny. Kind of really funny. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna go new. I really need to put the dark skin back in this version. Just haven't done it. Hey Christos, am I feeling any... I am feeling better. I'm still pretty sick though, but I'm feeling better. Every day, getting better. Okay, I'm just going to literally copy and paste this. Now, Alex said before that I needed to change... I'm not going to be able to find that line. There's some line I'm going to change... Oh, here, define MW to 5. Was that the one? Hello, stream. We're going to make it say line... Oh, thanks, Alex. Line 38. Yes. Define MW5. Is that the one? Oh no, you've been cook. Yeah. Had a cold, then it almost went away, and then it turned into a massive sinus infection. Probably the worst sinus infection I've ever had. So what about this here? That's for the distance for the scrolling, right? That's just how long the word. That could be okay. Can you in theory see it's running code already because the charger LED is flicking? No, they're flicking. Wow, I just realised on the wrong screen anyway. The flickering LED is nothing to do with the... That would happen if there was no ESP32 on here. That is solely for the charge circuitry that does that. Right now, there won't be any code on it. It's an empty ESP32. But we should still be able to flash it. So I'm going to... Now, what's interesting... Oh, wait. The pin number. It's not number 4. But what pin is it? God, that bird is noisy. It's IO 21. So, 21. And I just lost my chat window. Okay, so pin 21. Good. And tools. No, it's not an AT Tiny. It's an ESP32. And I'm going to just say that you're a Tiny S2 because of the flash and RAM size. That'll be the most compatible board right now. I want to check that the LDO is working by not enabling the LDO. I should have mentioned that at the start. So I want to see if I can, I'm going to save this as Feather S2 Neo Demo. Okay, I need to put it into download mode. So right now there's no port, as you can see. Let's see if download mode works. So now, tools, ports, yes! Okay, so it's recognizing the ESP32 because it's gone into download mode. That's great. So, I should be able to compile and push this. What? Oh, I removed that a little while ago. I forgot, because I didn't think I was using it anymore. Okay, one moment. I need to re-add it. My bad. I did some cleanup of the of my libraries, because it was just Arduino was taking forever to load. Did I giggle? What? No, there's no serial chip on here. I'm using the native USB, which is why I have to put it in download mode, and why you can't do an auto reset circuit on it. Well, yeah, sure, the ESP32 chip will be running whatever is on the chip when it ships, sure, but the flashing LED has nothing to do with the chip. Right, it's not indicating current drawn. It's indicating the flashing LED is cycling between charging the battery and not charging the battery, because it can't tell the difference between a full battery and no battery. That's why it flashes. Again, nothing to do with the MCU. I could remove everything from here onwards off the board, and it would still do that. It's this chip. This chip right here, plus the USB power that's doing that flashing. Yeah. Unexpected giggles. I didn't hear myself giggle though. When did I giggle? Did I? Sorry. Okay, let's try again. Compiling. Ah, hot coffee. Yum. Slurp. Well, it's flashing. Okay, have to do a reset. And there should be nothing on the screen, which is correct. We should have put some serial stuff in though. Maybe that was a bit silly. We didn't do a serial begin. Serial dot Fruit Loops dot begin. Serial dot print line ping. I know I could just enable the LED, but I want to see that serial output's working. Right, except because I didn't add the serial before, I need to put it back in download mode, which is annoying because of that bug. So there's a bug with the current Espressive build that it won't enumerate and show you this here. You see now it's got under ports. Ooh. It's not enumerating. Why is it not enumerating? That's not good. Okay, let's go back to just an empty project. Okay, let's just put this on. Oh, so that enumerated. So there should be serial output now. There is. Okay, good. So something else in this code it's not liking that would cause it not to enumerate. Okay, let's just turn the LEDs on and find out if they're doing anything. So it's IO4. So pin 21, pin, no, so it's LED enable is 4. Pin mode enable is out. Put digital right high. So I should be able to refresh it now. Is there any difference? Hey Jessica, it bootloader's a weird term because yeah, see that's not, just 1 second, sorry. Right, it's not enumerating, which means there's something that's not liking with the code. There'll be no serial output because there's no port. So it's not liking something here. And it could be maybe some maths. Could it be some maths because we changed the I know that your code used to work. Like, it works on... See, without serial output, you can't... This is the bug. This is the problem with the current bug with the Espressive Arduino support, is that if you're using the CDC, it only enumerates if serial has been initialized. It should enumerate regardless. I'm having an ongoing thing with them about that. Yeah, I've already got serial output before, Johnny. Serial output... sorry, Larry. Serial output was working already. Yeah, not enumerating. It could be so many things. I mean, I could get a... Do I have my programmer here? I could get UART0 output from it. If I could find my programmer. Right. No. It's irrelevant of the LEDs. This is not a hardware thing. It's a the code for my Git. Wait, didn't I? I don't think I put. I think I'm linking to yours, aren't I? I don't have my own GitHub repo of that code. I don't think. Wow, look at all these repositories. Yeah, what do you mean by my Git? But it's not a Tiny Pico. It's nothing to do with Tiny Pico. It's not using an APA. Wait, hang on. Oh. When did I do this? I think I just changed what was... Okay, sorry, I forgot that I put that here. Right, okay. But I don't think this is going to make any difference. Because I don't think I changed anything. Like maybe the fast LED, maybe I wrecked the fast LED when I deleted some libraries, like, or maybe I'm on the wrong version of fast LED now. I should check to see whether that needs an update. Whoops. So I have to put the serial begin to get it to enumerate, which is really annoying. Yeah, this is an ESP32 S2. Yeah, like, I think otherwise everything's the same. I mean, I changed this here for the length of it. It should all be the same. So I don't believe that's the problem. So the next step is I'll do a strand test on it. Strand test will be the next. I don't know, fast LED might not work with the ESP32 S2. That's a very valid point. So I can just for now yeah, it's not enumerating. It could be fast LED. So let's just do this. NeoPixel LED pin 21. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't enable the I didn't do this, but anyway, whoops. Set up. Gonna make them just 30% for now, and LED count is 25. Yeah, go away. Okay, let's see if this works. This is what I should have tried first. No, Steve. In this case, no, because the USB doesn't enumerate to give you serial output unless the serial command is in the code. And if the code is not running, it doesn't work because of this bug with... Oh, there we go. Yay! So, it's fast LED. How cool does that look? Holy moly, where's my little bit of acrylic? Whoa! Yeah, baby. And that's just a 20%. 20 or 30? 30%. I mean, that's so bright. That is so bright. Hang on, I'm going to turn it down to 20. Make it say woot. Well, I can't because I need to... I don't have a matrix display right now. Like, fast LED is not working. So, Adafruit have got one. I can try Adafruit's one. Oh, right. So it should have enumerated. So now it'll be a different port. Yeah, okay. There we go. Thanks, Steve. Where's Larry? Larry, see? Works first time, Larry. Works first time. Doesn't happen often. Okay. That's still so bright. Hang on, let me just... That doesn't get any lower. Let me put this away before I forget. So, I don't have 2 times acrylic here. When I can lower my... There we go. Can I get rid of that? Yeah, it's amazing how bright these LEDs are. Like, if you could see them in real life right now, at 20%, that is just insanely bright. They're insanely bright, but what it does is it makes it easier to pick the different colors. So when it's showing like yellow, you can see the individual LEDs, like inside the thing. But anyway, so yeah, that's really cool. Come on, cable. Let me do it straight. So it's like a little TV screen and a microcontroller. You need a cable tie. Very funny. I do. I need a cable tie. Johnny says, take my money. Okay. Well, there's $150 worth of LEDs on this board. So, no, I'm just kidding. But they're not cheap. They're not cheap LEDs, unfortunately. Which is why I'm buying them in such high quantities to get the price down. But they're still horrific. Can it run Doom on 5x5 pixels? I don't think so. Yeah, so, okay, so Adafruit do have, hang on, I don't know if I've got it installed, Adafruit Neo Matrix. They've got a Matrix version that leverages NeoPixels. So if you watch the charge LED closely, you'll see it flickers depending on the current draw on the circuit. Yes, I know it does that, but I don't know what your point is. The reason it's doing that is because the charge LED is powered from the board, and the status pin of the charge IC goes low or high depending on the charge state, but it doesn't go to a solid 5 volts or 0, right? It can go to different variations, so the voltage difference across the LED changes. So yeah, that's pretty much how stuff like that works. So pin 21. Right, I realized I'm on the wrong screen. Okay, so I'm going to use this should show Howdy across the screen, maybe. So it's 5x5, and it's top plus left, and it's in, is it columns? Rows and horizontal, rows and vertical columns. No, it's in rows. Oh, no. It's in columns, that's right. And it's progressive. Wait, yeah, it's progressive, that's right. Okay. Whew, I had to think all that through. I'm going to do it at 20. And so this should maybe... This kind of does what the fast LED one does, but it does it... it does it using the NeoPixel library, which we now know works. Right? Got to put the serial in there. Okay. So maybe this will work. And maybe this will say Howdy. Fingers crossed. These are SK6805s. Yeah, why? Hey David, no, they're individually addressable. No, they're not using a separate chip to control them. Those chips are massive. I've got them here. Look! Oh my god, everyone see that? Except it's using the wrong font. So I need to tell it to use smaller font. Except how do I tell it which font to use? Do you remember what the... Oh, right, mate, set font. Maybe. Let's try this. Didn't even realize that it had compiled. It's saying Howdy. I am excited. I've been so sick and so demoralized. I am excited. Yeah, that's why I'm using Tom Thumb. Right, this is the issue that we had with the other one. Alex, remember? We had to offset the font, the position. So it's not 0, is it? Set cursor by, yeah, comma 5. That's why. Because the font, the position it's starting is the wrong place. Yeah, I got set font. It's got the right font, but we need to offset the position of the cursor because of the font size. It's expecting the position a certain size. Thanks, Aaron. Appreciate that, mate. Look, it's finished. Here we go. Oh, look at that. I mean, the W doesn't work so well. Howdy. Howdy! So it's the smallest font as you can get, right? I mean, it's as I said, a 5x7 would have allowed for the same size fonts as my tiny digit, but it also would have meant that you were stuck in a certain orientation. Where with the 5x5, you could do this in any orientation, right? Depending on how you set up your code. That is really cool. Edit the W's code. No, I'm happy to leave it as it is right now. It's fine. I could make it wider, but... Yeah, I love blinking LEDs. RGB LEDs. Thank you very much, Jay. Appreciate that, mate. Yeah, that's really cool. I'm really excited by this. You see, I don't understand who wouldn't want that. Who wouldn't want a little display on their microcontroller? Like so many... I get it's not a screen, it's not a TFT or LCD, and you resolution limited, and all of that stuff. Absolutely. It's not good for all the things a screen is good for. But so many people buy a microcontroller and then buy like a matrix shield or something to go with it. And I don't know, I feel like this is just... It's like a window. It's like a little window into the microcontroller. Don't you think? Yeah, this is a modified version of Tom Thumb that's designed for small displays. Lots of fun, but not seeing any practical use for this. I see lots of practical use for this. As I was explaining before, like there were so many times where I want to get some information off my microcontroller that isn't plugged into serial, right? And you just can't use a single LED to do it. Like it's just a single static LED doesn't give you enough information. This can be used for all sorts of things. Like this can be used for the same as sticking an RGB matrix shield separately on your board. I don't know. I disagree. There's no practical use. And I think that the practical uses for this are unknown because no one's had something like this before, right? I mean, how many people... So I'm just going to... Hey, thanks, Johnny, for the pink LED fund. Thanks, mate. Sex do ruled. Like that. I'm going to get banned for that one. Okay, hands up. Look at his hands up. Hands up, everybody that has bought a matrix. I'm not talking about the big ones. That's bought a matrix shield of some description for a microcontroller board, be it a Featherwing or a Tiny Pico shield or whatever, or one of the little ones for a D1 Mini. It doesn't even have to be RGB. Just a matrix. Hands up, how many people have bought one? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Right. So lots of people are putting their hands up, yeah? Now, for whatever reasons you bought that, this can work. Sure, it's a smaller screen, but because it's a matrix, you can scroll stuff on it. You know what? The bigger the screen, the more you can fit at once, but you still have to scroll content, right? Iggy! Hey, mate! No worries, I've been meaning to reach out to you and find out how the new job's going. I figured you would have been pretty busy. Yep, I never really used them. That's fine, Mike. I get that, right? Not everyone does. I'm not talking about a touchscreen, right? Like, I've got plenty of stuff here that I've never used, that I bought. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's whatever the thought process at the time was, hey, I'm going to get one of these matrix screens I could do blah, blah, blah with. Well, you could do it with this as well. So, yeah. I don't think it has less use cases than any of those, given that it's a matrix so you can animate stuff on it, right? But I think it's got a lot of use cases that those ones don't have, potentially, because it's on board. Nothing else required. Right? Right, it depends on the use case for what it is, and I don't know what people could possibly do with this. Catch you later, Christos. Have a good sleep, mate. I mean, the microbit is proven. I mean, the microbit's... What's the resolution on the microbit? It's obviously high res. Battery level, IP address, debug stuff, all sorts of things. Who knows, right? And because it's switchable on and off, send back my lol RGBs. Maybe I'll send you a care package, Graham. I mean, I haven't gone into production of these yet, right? Is the microbit only 5x5? I thought there were more. Sorry, I thought there were more. Okay, well, there you go. Look at all the fun things people do with the microbit one. And this is RGB. Spectrum analyzer. No, don't make me do that, guys. That's not funny. I need to blow my nose down. I'm going to mute. Hang on. I almost took my coffee through my nose. That would have been bad. Spectrum analyzer. That is hilarious. I'll sort you out, Graham. Don't you worry. Anyway. Is it novel? Maybe it's just novel. Maybe there's no use case for it. I don't know. But I want to... Yeah, yeah, I think it's cool. I mean, magic sand. Little magic sand. Actually, there's no IMU on it. And no, I'm not sticking an IMU on. There's no room. You can all see here now, right? There's no room for an IMU. Okay. It's a bit more light. That is packed in. Like, remember, anywhere you see space on the board here, that is not free space. Right? That is taken up with tracks routed on the bottom or vias or something else, right? There is no free space on this board at all. It is really tight. Okay. Hey, Jerry. What's 2 hands? Oh, beep. Oh, wow. I have a massive delivery from LCSC coming today. Massive. Exciting, because I need stuff out of it. Hey, Emiliano. Shop in 5 stack. Hey, Mark. How you doing? Yeah, right. I mean, M5. I mean, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 as well. Okay, interesting. I didn't really do a lot of research. Like, 5x5 was the biggest I could fit. Thanks, Iggy. Yeah, in this case, 5x5 was the biggest I could fit. But yeah, I'm chuffed. And just to make sure it is actually working correctly, I'm going to tell it to turn the power off and reflash it. Sorry to hear, Mark. Stop working so hard. Hope Emma's well. We need even tinier. Can I tell you something? If I could find smaller LEDs. There we go. Power's been turned off. Same code running, but no LEDs are being displayed. So full power control, which you don't get on a Shield. I've never seen a Shield that has power control. Wait, what was I just thinking or saying? I got distracted. Surprise, surprise. Can I check the current draw? Yeah, maybe. If I can find my little adapter. Here it is. Okay, yeah, maybe I can spin up the power kit. Power, if I can remember which pins. Ground and V out, isn't it? I hope it's ground and V out. Okay, so let's unplug this. Let me just zoom out a bit. I don't think I've got... Do I have my USB connected? Maybe. Power only, data power. Oh, how do I turn it on? Power on. Okay, so we've got... Whoops. Have I put the JC connector in the right way? Yeah, this shouldn't be powering it right now. About this board, it's really nice, and because one person doesn't see a use for it, doesn't matter. Very cool board, and I'm sure you'll see quite a few. Thanks, Mark. I think it's got a lot of unknown use cases, to be honest. Power. What's the name of the software again? Anyone remember the name of the software? Tony does. Have you seen the Pomeroni microdot fat? Single color but teeny tiny. Yeah, I could go super tiny if I went single color, but... Oh, catch a loader, cable tie. Is it connect? Yeah, NRF connect. Thank you. Change howdy to g'day. Good day. G'day, mates. Except I unplugged it, so I can't flash it. But let's just, okay, I'll put that back on in a second. Update available. Would you like to upgrade now? No, because I don't have time. So, power profiler, open. Okay. Been a while since I've used this, I gotta remember how to do it. Select device. Source meter. Voltage adjustment. Yep, 3.7. Enable power output. There we go. So, see that? And start sampling. So it's going to jump around a bit. You can see when there's LEDs on, it goes up, and when there's LEDs off, it goes down. Right, so if I stop, So it's averaging here. Well, it's all over the place. 300 up to 500 milliamps. Is it? No, maximum was 81. Hang on. What does that show me up to? Oh, that's right. That's time. I'm looking at time. Right. So the maximum is getting up to about 81 milliamps. Right? Yeah, this is measuring current draw. With an average of 37. Right? So when it's off here, we're seeing about, I mean, I don't know what these spikes are. Spikes of 60, but we're seeing at about 37 milliamps. I don't remember how to select an area again. I don't remember how to use this program. Right, average here is 35 with a spike of 61. I don't know what the spike is. We can look into that. Make it so the display can be changed by sending new data over USB. Well, sure, someone could do that. They could set it up as a HID device if they wanted to. I mean, you can make the display change based on MIDI input or something from it. Okay, so now if I unplug this, let me just turn the power off. Anyway, so how do I can't get it to re-click the average again. That's weird. Okay, anyway, let's now look with it. I'm going to unplug it. Wow, I'm all over the place. Power off. I'm going to just reflash it and disable the I should leave the same howdy on, shouldn't I? It doesn't really matter. So, g'day mates, but I'm going to do it with output low. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'll show you. I'll make it easier. Bool output, God, equals high. Oh. I don't know what I'm doing. Output equals true. I think I'm in Python land. Really annoying. Okay, and then after every every time it cycles through, I'm going to make output equals not output, and I'm going to reset the thing. So it's going to turn it on and off constantly. Hey Ben, how you doing? Okay, so let's flash this. Which ones are you talking about, Larry? These are not 30 milliamps. Firstly, it's 20 milliamps per channel normally on the LEDs, but these ones should only be 5 milliamps per channel. Can I raise it on the phone? It wasn't foam, but no, it won't stay. Not really. It's saying g'day, mate. And the next time it goes through, it's off. You see that? And then it's back on again. It flashes at the very end, the last one. But that'll give us a good indicator. So, if I unplug this... Why do you want to see... You're fixated on the charge LED. Okay, so... I'm interested in what's happening with the power draw of the LEDs. No, but yeah, but that's pure white at 100%. Sure. That's why it's running its own LDO, right? So it won't brown out the ESP32. Okay, enable power, start sampling, right. So now you can see here that $31 milliamps. Right, is that when it was off? Wait, I'm going to start sampling again. Okay, it's currently on. And then it's sitting there. I'm wanting to, well, I should have changed the code a bit. You're not going to see the current consumption versus LED flickering because it's flickering so fast. Anyway. See you later, Jay, Johnny. Have a good sleep. So 32 milliamps and 38. So it's about 6 milliamps. So 6 divided by 25. So it's about 250 microamps quiescent current per LED. It's not a huge amount, but that 6 milliamps, like if you were running off battery and you didn't turn the LDO off, that's 6 milliamps. Oh, Johnny's not leaving. Right. Print number of LEDs on. But I don't know the number of LEDs that are on at any one time. All that code's happening behind the scenes in the library. So... Oh, Fred was. Catch you later, Fred. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. So we've got a difference here of 38.17 down to 31.76. 250 microamps is actually high. That's, low. As I said, a normal, like WS2812B, like, you know, the normal LEDs that you see on microcontrollers, and the APA 102s are almost 1 milliamp quiescent current. Between 600 and 800 microamps as an average. They were just never designed to be low power when nothing was being displayed. It's a real problem. Okay, so I just realized that was mostly off the screen. Wow, I'm an idiot. So there you go. 6 milliamps saved. You're missing the point of the experiment. The graph is showing power density. Right, I'm not understanding what the point is though, Steve. That's all. I'm not challenging you on it. I don't understand. Why? Like, I don't really personally. I don't care about the charge LED and the flickering and whatever else and whatever. And folks, just so you know, just like my other boards, other than the Feather S2, there is a jumper on the back to disable the flickering of the charge light or disable the stat light, charge battery light. Cut the jumper, no more charge LED. Just like my other boards, as I said, other than the Feather S2, which does not have that. Spike when the LDO goes on is the caps filling, I guess. Possibly, no, but I don't know what these... Oh, this spike here? Yeah, it could be. Because that wasn't there before. Like, this is like... Oh, God, you don't have the screen. Sorry. So these ones here, right? I mean, that wasn't there before. That's like 192 milliamps. So it could be the cap's charging up. That'd suck. 192 is a bit high. $175. I guess it depends on how long they're off for. But you wouldn't be cycling like that. You'd only take that hit once, right? But still, that's a pretty big hit. So like at 191 divided by 6. So that's 31. Well, it's not seconds. Are these seconds substeps? No. Yeah. Interesting. I mean, look at that. It's pretty... Wonder what the other bounce up is. Right, but that high at a fraction of a second accumulates to as much as the LDO being left on with a clear screen for a period of time, right? I mean, yeah, it is really a fraction of a second. Wow, actually really a fraction of a second. Like it's oh. So that's 989,730, 989,780. So 0.05 of a second. So that's super quick. Probably visible then, PWM frequency. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, look, the LDO is working, which is good. I'd like to know what these are. Because they seem to be happening regardless, you see? They're all the way through. And they're pretty regular. Was that Quindor? What? Hence all the 195 caps close to it. Right, but is I'm curious to know if they're being caused by the cap. Does the Wi-Fi chip kick in? I haven't got Wi-Fi enabled. I mean, I can. Well, the chip's not really asleep, so yeah, they're super short pulses, like very, very short. I'm just curious to know what they are, that's all. Yeah, it could be the timer IRQ, yeah. Quite possible. And, you know, the Arduino support for the S2 is still alpha. Good night, Christopher. Thanks for joining. Wow, we're going for almost 3 hours. Holy moly. Are the pulses faster than the battery LED? There's no battery LED. That only happens when 5 volts is connected. That whole power is shut down on this side now when running off battery. So it's nothing to do with that. Maybe the millis timer. Yeah, I just don't recall seeing this before. And it's a pretty decent spike. Anyway, that's fine. Radio on and off. No, I'm not doing anything with the radio. So, it shouldn't be. Click like or else. It's okay. I had a dislike on this video before it even started. Oh, is my stream working? It looks frozen in YouTube. No, not when each one. No, I wouldn't think so. You'd see a lot more spikes if that was the case. Okay, cool. Thank you. Good to know. Just completely frozen in my YouTube view. I am moving. Yeah, I just don't recall seeing these spikes in like with my other boards. I know that, Steve. That's what I just said. There's no LED flickering because all this power is turned off. That's what I said. Go Robo. Who's Robo? What? Okay. We have success. G'day, mate. Running off battery. G'day, mate. Except it's still cycling between power on and power off. God, that's 20% brightness. That is nuts. How low is deep sleep on this board? I don't know. Shall we find out? Yeah? Okay. Let's... One last thing. We'll find out. Except I just realized I have not saved this new one. So we need to... I'm going to save this. Save. And I'm going to overwrite that other one I just did, because the other one doesn't work. Okay, so Feather is to Neo. Yeah, what was that? What makes it power off? Who what? Looks like 50 spikes. Hey, oh. But this is when it's off. So there shouldn't be anything happening here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. 41 spikes. 36 steps. Maybe it's something to do with each step. Maybe where it's setting the color of the matrix. So after each pass. After each step. No, I didn't put any serial print in this version, so it's not the serial. The distance is 187.94. Approximately 100 milliseconds, yes. Delay may go into light sleep. It looks like it might be a spike every time it's moving the step and redrawing, right? Doing a clear and redraw, clear, whatever. So it could be the library code in the background or something. I don't know. I'm not sure how efficient the NeoPixel libraries are. I mean, they're not designed for efficiency. They're designed for functionality, right? Adafruit have always stated functionality over efficiency with their code, which is fine. For most people, that's totally fine. Okay, so let's put some deep sleep into it. Do we want to? Okay, no, we want to see. Okay, let's just do deep sleep. Okay, so we're gonna go ESP32 deep sleep timer. I'm just gonna grab some example code, but we need to remember to turn off the LED LDO. And we want to we'll just keep it low the whole time, right? As soon as it boots, it sets it to low. And, well, it should be low anyway. But, okay, let's find out. So, I'm gonna plug it in. This is the last thing we're gonna do, folks, and then I've got 950, no, I've got 900 nanos to build urgently. Right, so you reckon it's the 100, this delay 100? Very possible. So I can put a millis check on that and get rid of the delay. That could get rid of the spikes. I wouldn't have thought it would have gone into light sleep that quickly though. Okay, so we should have... Why are we getting no serial output from it? Right, because when it's asleep, there's no USB. So I need to catch it when it's awake. That's really funny. Okay. Well, I'm assuming this is working. Hello, if I could plug it in. Thank you. So, start sampling. Whoa, look at that. Why is it? Okay, that's a pretty big highs and lows, isn't it? So, oh, it's just the scale. It's only 59. And in deep sleep, it is 167 microamps. I reckon they have wrecked something in their Arduino stuff. Because that does not look... Oh, no, okay. 37. It's too low for me to hover over. 37 microamps. Yeah, 167 is too much. 37 microamps, which is about right. You should be able to hit 30. The best the S2 can do is 30 microamps in deep sleep. Right, it can't go lower than 30. And then you got the overhead. You got the main LDO on the board, which is taking 9 microamps. You got other losses. You got the VBAT loss. Actually, no, the divider won't be active right now. No, the divider is active right now. So you got the divider on VBAT. And I thought of an interesting way of fixing that, but it's not worth it. So if I put, instead of the VBAT divider going to ground, the VBAT divider went to an I/O, and that I/O, when it was pulled to ground, would enable it, and when it was pulled high, would disable the VBAT. But the fact is, it's only a few microamps. It's really not worth it. Well, my Tiny Pico can do 20 something, right? 22. So, I mean, that's a third better, more than a third better. But yes, 37 is good. I'm happy with 37. This wake up here, this is, yeah, it's really frustrating. Not just how high it gets, but how long it's there for. And then you look here, the average here is 28, with it just sitting there doing nothing. But that there is really annoying. 59 at its height. What is the plan for the boot LED of CircuitPython on this board? There's a second LED. Right, I didn't show you guys that. I mentioned it before. It seems the stream's still going, folks. So, and it is on, not that one. Clock and NTO. I'm not going to show you this now. Anyway, it's on 2 different I/O. So there's this, the LED. Right, I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole because I'm just going to, I need to get back to work. I need to start building boards. But there's an LED right here. A separate one. Just here. That one is the boot one that gets controlled by CircuitPython. I kept it independently. Originally I was going to make it number 0 over here, but I changed my mind and put it over here. And then you've got IO13 is up here, a blue LED. That at least is what I could have done. I could have... LEDs 13. Okay, this should at least... Oh, stop doing that, Sion. It should light up that LED when it's awake from deep sleep. Catch you later, Larry. I'll speak to you later. Previous test, could the communication to the LEDs shadow power them when the LDO is off, and therefore the spikes are some slight LED consumption? It's possible, but it's more likely not because of the timing. Gonna have to put into download mode. I have a Teleheath appointment, or Telehealth. Catch you later, Iggy. I'll speak to you offline. Good to hear from you, mate. Hope the new job's going well. And good luck with your appointment. Okay, so this should at least have an LED turn on when it's awake. If I got the LED the right way round, which I might not have. Oh, it doesn't look like it. Who's going to make a Morpheus? That's really funny. Did I get that wrong? I got the LED the wrong way around? Now I don't know if the LED's the right way around. That's frustrating. Let's get my LED twee. I need to get back to pick and placing, folks. I really, really, really do. Really, really do. It looks like it's the right way. There to there. Oh, you know what? I reckon... I wonder if... I didn't reset the board afterwards. I'm an idiot. Because I put it in download mode. I forgot to hit reset. Catch you later, Andy Mouse. Yeah, everyone's leaving, and I agree. I need to leave as well. Anyway, LED works. Onboard LED. Flash. There we go. I'm trolling myself. I am. Get your 900 nano started. I did 50 yesterday. 900 to go. And I won't... Oh, right. Just very quickly. Too late now. Most people are gone. I need help. If you're in Melbourne or you know anyone that's in Melbourne and you have some electronics skills, you can do hand assembly, reworking, not afraid of getting your hands dirty and whatever else. I'm not looking to fill a full-time position right now. I need help. I don't know how else to do it. I got a massive order overnight, like massive, and I've still got massive orders to fulfill that I can't get on. Like, you look at my couch. That's 1/4 of one order. That's all I've got done so far. If you know anyone in Melbourne, I'm sorry, it's got to be here. I need people on site working with me. Reach out. I'm not ready to go to the universities and stuff and put out job applications yet because I don't have a full-time or a part-time job description done or anything, but I don't know what's going to happen. Like, right now, it's all wholesale, Bruce. Like, it's my retail sales are minuscule to non-existent compared to wholesale, but like, I'm doing just like many thousands of boards a month at the moment, and I can't maintain it. I need help. I need mental help as well, but I need just hands. So if anyone knows anyone, spread the word. That'd be really appreciated. I am going to put these boards in production. What do you think? Make some? Like, I'll get 10 panels of 15 on a board. So 150 of them, make a batch, see how they go. What do you think? The problem is, if Adafruit or Pomeroni like them, they'll buy everything I've got and I'll have nothing left. So, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'll get 10 panels, 50 panels. Who cares? Okay, I might do that. A beta run. Well, there's a lot of work though. Like, to make a production board out of this, I need to add it to the test jigs. Like I need to build a test jig for it because it's specific to this board. I need to make more definitions for MicroPython and CircuitPython, get all that working, and Arduino, and like there's a hell of a lot of work. And then I need to ship it with some form of helper library that does some basic stuff. Like all that scrolling stuff, that should be, people shouldn't have to go and install the NeoPixel library and the NeoMatrix library and all that type of stuff. Like I should have native support for that in all the different platforms, ready to go in the helper. So you can say FeatherS2 Neo dot show text and a thing, and it displays the text. So stacks of work to get these shippable, but I got to start somewhere. You do the hardware, we'll do the software. Yeah, I've been wanting you to join that for a while, Mike. I'm still waiting. Let me know when you've quit your job. Can my pick and place do it for me? What, the software? No, unfortunately. Unfortunately not. I know you don't need any support code, and most people don't. Well, some people don't, but most people do, the ones that will buy it from Adafruit or Pomeroni and stuff. Make a beta version for viewers only. Well, I can sell the boards without the code, but sure, it needs all the rest of it. The S2s are mostly fully supported. It's still alpha, right? Yeah, there's a bit of work they have to do still. Bit of work, yeah. Okay, I need to go. Please spread the word if you know anyone in Melbourne that might want to be able to help me out. Paid work, paid helping me. I just not sure I can offer anyone a full-time job or even a part-time job. It'll be casual. But yeah, just that'd be awesome. And if you don't know, I've got a Patron. If you feel like backing me on Patreon, there's a link in the description below. And otherwise, I hope you all have a fantastic... I'm already speaking to Cable Tie. Yeah. But yeah, still need to reach out and get something on a more permanent type basis. Hope you have a fantastic week. And yeah, I will catch you all whenever. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gone. I'm lost the plot now. Bye everyone. Take care. Thanks very much. Woohoo! Happy ending.